It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Lervig Aktiebryggeri and it's a can of their House Party. It's a session IPA coming in at 4% ABV. And it's available in Marks and Spencer's, which is really cool. Really cool. So looking forward to this one. 330 milliliter can. Without further ado, let's get this beer out into a glass and see what we get. Nice bit of smoke on the can opening, beer in the glass. A one finger white head that's dissipating quite quickly. Have a listen. Hear it dissipating. Good levels of carbonation on this beer. Light straw coloured beer. It's nice and hazy. I've not had a beer from Lervig for quite some time, to be honest. In fact, probably the whole of 2020 has been Lervig less. Not had a beer from them in the whole of 2020, so we're right at the end of 2020 now, and finally we have a beer from them, so it looks good. Let's get the aroma. Oh, zesty and lovely. Citrusy, grapefruit. I always feel citrusy is a bit of a cop-out these days. You know, I always let that word slip out, citrusy, and then I go, oh, I wish I didn't say that. I need to be a little bit more specific. Tangerine, orange, lemon, grapefruit, pineapple, passion fruit, that sort of thing. Quite a potent aroma for 4% ABV. Let's dive in. Cheers, everyone. Oh, that's lovely. Really nice. Super session beer. Carbonation hisses and fizzes and pushes the beer round the inside of the mouth, releasing more of that flavour. Really zesty, super drinkable. Because there's less malts in the beer, because it's 4% ABV, they're able to achieve that real drinkability. There's less ingredients, there's more water content. But what I find with the Norwegian water, picked it up quite a few times now, is it's super soft, kind of brilliant kind of drinking water, and it's great for brewing beer with. I once I used to brew quite a lot with Lervig Microbrewery, and I remember just as soon as I landed, travelled to the brewery in the car, the first thing the brewer did as I walked into the brewery was offered me a glass of tap water, and he said, "You're always banging on about our water, have a sip of this." And yeah, it was just wonderfully kind of super drinkable water. I mean, they're right up there in the, I say right up there, it's not too far north from the UK, Bergen in Norway. But everything's cleaner, fresher, it's more wild, if that makes sense. A lot less of a population of people. You know, to contaminate the water in the first place. Oh, it's really good. Really good. Let's see what the brewer says. Just a load of ingredients, really. Water, barley, hops, yeast. Imported by Cave Direct. I'm sure this, if I've made some kind of mistake, I do apologise, but I'm sure this comes from Marks and Spencer's. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. No, it didn't. No, I bought this beer. It's not in Marks and Spencer's. My apologies. I did a order, a couple of months ago now. I really wanted the Paulaner keg. The 5 litre mini keg. Some of you might remember me reviewing that. The Weiss beer keg. Brilliant beer. And I had to buy other beers to make up my order so I could have free delivery. And I remember picking this up and putting it in my order. I purchased this. And I purchased it from beer merchants. beermerchants.com. Not Marks and Spencer's. It does look like one of those. But of course, Marks and Spencer's deal with Mackellar. It kind of looks like one of those Mackellar type beers, doesn't it? That would quite happily sit on the shelf in Marks and Spencer's. But that's my mistake. It doesn't. Little bit of sweetness to begin with the beer. A little bit of kind of light, kind of cracker bread malts. That then goes over to not too much bitterness. It's not too much of a bitter beer over there. It's slightly spicy and peppery. It's got good balance. It's got really good balance between that light sweetness and light bitterness. What I'm saying is that a lot of the flavour is channeled down the middle of the beer. That kind of real big, hoppy, juicy, flavoursome orange and kind of zestiness and pineapple and grapefruit, passion fruit. It's all down the middle. It's all centred down the middle of the beer. It's really nice and it's really drinkable. And I'm glad. I may have reviewed one or two Lervig beers right at the beginning of 2020, but it's been such a long year, 2020, that you can probably excuse me if I can't remember if I reviewed any Lervig beer or not. Right, let's rate it. It's just an easy going session IPA at 8% really ABV, really good stuff, really drinkable. I mean, I bang on about this a lot, but I like a Sunday afternoon drink and in the garden, and that would go down really well in the garden. 5 or 6 of them, 4% ABV. Yeah, 4% ABV. Good stuff. I like that enough to give it an 8 out of 10. It's an 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box, subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews, give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom! Cheers!